Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Eileen. I think this is definitely the first time you guys are hearing me talk, because I usually just make videos of montages of certain events and stuff like that. So welcome. My name is Eileen, like I said before, and I am 23 years old. And I studied abroad in Seoul, South Korea, 2019. I got a few questions through my Instagram DMs, some comments on the video, and I had literally just one person asking for a process of how to study abroad, and I would love to help some of you guys. I know the process is quite difficult. Not difficult, but more like time consuming and like very detailed. So I want to help you guys. So let's get to it. So first I'm gonna start off with like process. I will try to go as quickly as I can and make it as simple as I can. But if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below and I will get to them. Or you can definitely Instagram DM me. That might take some time because sometimes I don't see my requests, but definitely like do it if you want and I will get to it as soon as possible. So I have everything set up and I have all like the documents and paperwork and whatever you need on my laptop, and then I have some notes on my iPad to share with you guys. I also have some exciting news, so stay tuned for that at the end of the video. I went through Yonsei's International Summer School program, which is YISS. So the first things first is definitely go speak to an education abroad program officer, someone who coordinates these programs, so they can tell you what each step is. Talk to your academic advisor. It will make life so much easier. My academic advisor actually planned out exactly what classes I need to take. Definitely like think about your finances, because you want to have the best time in whatever country you're going. Like, you want to have as much fun as you can in whatever country you're going to. So it just makes the most sense to know how much you want to spend, and I will get through that like in detail a little bit later. This is kind of just like the preview. If you are definitely like, you are 110% sure you are going to study abroad, mostly with COVID and the pandemic right now, definitely get your passport right now. Like, I kid you not, get it right now, because it takes, I got mine in 2018, so pandemic wasn't here yet. So I got it pretty fast. I got it in about like a month, maybe a month and a half, maybe less. I'm not really positive. But now it's taking much longer. So definitely, if you know that you want to study abroad, definitely get your passport ASAP, because you cannot go anywhere internationally without one of those. Okay, so let's get into some details. So the first thing first, I have School A and School B. School A is going to be my home university, and School B is going to be the university that I actually went through with the application process. Some of my friends did go through like CIEE, I believe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not positive. After I talked to my financial aid advisor, my academic advisor, and the study abroad coordinator, I finally figured out this is definitely the spot I'm gonna go to. Like, money-wise, everything was just seemed fit. I did School B's pre-decision application, and that was online. Their pre-decision application is basically like that school, that home university is gonna see, oh, if you are a good fit, then yeah, we're gonna put you in the pool of people that we are gonna submit to yonsei. That's the first step. So I did start to prepare probably around like 2 months prior to studying abroad. And then I had to write a study statement and get some recommendation letters. I think I only got one recommendation letter. I think that's all they asked for, but it really depends. Times have changed, you know. But I did write a study statement. It was about 300 to 500 words, and I had people check it over, etc. You know, it was super easy. I will actually bring it up so you guys know what to like fill out, I guess, to like write for your study statement. Of course, I introduced myself. I wrote what year I'm in, what school I am attending, what my major or majors were, what like extracurricular activities I did. So like, I was a student athlete, and then I was also, I worked as a photographer and cinematographer for the athletic department. after that intro, you go in and go why you're a good candidate. Like, brag about yourself, say everything that you are like just good in, and like why you're a good fit to go to Korea, to go to Yonsei, to study at one of their most prestigious schools. So like I wrote that I was open to new experiences, you know, the different type of skills I had, like communication, time management, etc. I've also backpacked before that in 2018, so I wrote about that a little bit, you know, just like certain things I wrote about. And then my last paragraph, I wrote about like what like my future wanted to be and why it would be good for me to experience Korea. And the application fee for school B, I didn't have to pay for school A unless it was a tuition, but school B I had to pay an application fee. That was only $25, so it wasn't bad. Once school B was like, hey, like you're good to go, like you're a good fit for Yonsei, I was sent into the pool of Yonsei the Yonsei's application pool, I guess. I got really nervous because I thought I was gonna get like rejected, and I was like, what if I get rejected? And so I kind of got nervous, and I went to go talk to my study abroad coordinator, and she was like, literally, don't worry, if you are put into the Yonsei application pool already, 95% you would get in. So I was like, okay, I'm not too worried. Once I made it to that step, I looked for scholarships. So there are a bunch of scholarships. I will go through that later, but definitely that your home university has scholarships, there's study abroad scholarships available, and there are like Yonsei scholarships. So there's so many ways to financially help you through all this. By like March 2nd, I was nominated to Yonsei by school B, and now I had to pay an application fee for Yonsei, which was 100,000 won, which I'm just gonna say is about $100 here, a little bit less. So I sent in my application. I was responsible for paying the 100,000 won application fee for Yonsei to Yonsei. The tuition I paid back to my home university, so school A. So school A gets the money for my tuition. March 21st around, I got my welcome packet. So basically, like, I just had to go through the trouble of recommendation letters, study abroad statement, and two applications, like one for school B and one for Yonsei. You need a visa if you are studying abroad for more than 90 days. But if you are only studying abroad for like the summer semester or winter semester, you don't need a visa and you can just go there. So application materials, like what you need to send in, etc. This I had to send in to school B. I needed a clear photocopy of pages 3 and 4 specifically of my passport. So it looks like this. There we go. That's the third, right? And then the 4th page is your personal data and emergency contact. So these are the pages. I had to send an official transcript to school B because I wasn't really going through school A, which is my home university, but I had to like mail it out to school B. If you're going through CIE, I believe you have to do the same thing. I think your GPA had to be over like 2.5 for a foreigner to like go study abroad. Yonsei University's website was so like intense, like compared to like the one I am used to. It was just like there's so many buttons everywhere. Like I was getting super confused, and I was also in Singapore at the time, so I was like, what? I was like just busy. I was like, what? I gotta do this. Like it was just so, it was so chaotic. But I got the classes I wanted. 2 of them were a little bit earlier than I expected, but I literally had no idea which ones I was gonna press. So I just clicked on one, and then once I saw the other one was filled up, I was like, you know what, never mind, I'll just wake up early. My schedule for Monday to Thursday was the same. I had Friday off, so it was great. From 9 to 10:50, I had media psychology. 11 to 12:50, I had contemporary Korean culture and the Korean culture wave, and they were both in the same building. And when I tell you that hike up that hill to get to this building for these 2 classes was insane. I was sweating, and if you don't know how summers are in Korea, they're humid, they're hot, and that was a hike for like an 8:30 walk. Like, I was just like, and then I would stay on campus until my next class, which is beginning Korean. Am I saying this right? Beginning Korean language. So I had that at 3 o'clock. So I ended around 1. I would grab lunch on campus. After we ate, we would some of us would go to the library. Some of us would go to like the Global Lounge, which is like their bookstore. I don't know. Wait, maybe not their bookstore. I don't know. Their like school store, and they had like a Paris baguette. They had a Starbucks. They had like a 7-Eleven, I believe, and they had like lounges for you to sit in. And some of us would go to the library. But you're hearing this from me. If you made it this far into the video, there is a secret spot in this library, which is downstairs in the basement. Figure your way there, like ask some locals, I guess. But they have the best soft serve. When my friend told me, and she's an actual yonsei student, she was like, it was like towards the end of the like program, and she's like, did you guys get ice cream from the library? I'm like, what? Ice cream? So my friends and I were like, oh my god, let's go check it out, and the ice cream was so good. So that was my schedule. That was like a little insider for you. Estimation costs of everything. You can choose either 6 credits, which is I think like 4 weeks, or you can choose 9 credits, which is 6 weeks. I did a 6-week program, 9 credits, and I paid for the education abroad program charge. This was to school B. That was like the one who was hosting the program. And education abroad differential, I don't really know what that's for, but that was like $400. And then health insurance. So I paid those, and then for my campus, I paid just the tuition. You can also get the estimation on Yonsei Study Abroad Program's website. Other projected expenses: passport, the flight, the plane ticket. I went end of May, so it was a little bit cheaper, but I know a bunch of my friends when the program started, and they were paying probably like $2,000, like around that area. For housing, you can live on campus. I didn't do that because I went earlier, so I went and lived in a goshiwon, and goshiwons are a little closet-sized room. I had my own AC bathroom and a twin-size bed, a desk, and a little bit of a small closet. My idea was that I was there to study abroad and to see the country, not to stay in my room. So I think I paid about 1,000 for 3 months, which isn't bad. Like, she had breakfast, like not breakfast, but like rice, kimchi, ramen, coffee, water. Like, she had all the necessities, and laundry was free, so it wasn't like bad. The space was definitely small. If you're going there for a long time, I wouldn't recommend it. It wasn't bad. I liked it. I wasn't in there often. Literally all I did was wash up, change clothes, and sleep. That's the only things I did there, because I would like study at the cafe, study at the library, so it wasn't like too bad. For meals, it really depends, because like food, like how much you eat, like that's so like different. Like, I really don't know. So literally I would, to be honest, get a credit card and just pay off of it as you go, because you'll know more when you're there. That's my best advice. Books and instructional materials, it says 100 on here. I think I spent only about like 50. The professors did have textbooks on their syllabus, but for my 2 morning classes they didn't require it. But for like the language class, the Korean language class, of course they needed it. Miscellaneous personal expenses, they wrote about 375. I think I spent a lot more than 375. I bought clothes, I bought accessories, jewelries, I got a piercing, like my friend got a tattoo. Like, there was just so many like personal expenses to like going out, clubbing, getting drinks, like me buying albums, you know, like stuff like that. So it really just depends. My best bet for you is to save up money, but if your parents are willing to help you, be grateful of it, and definitely like take their offer, because like don't struggle through studying abroad, because like this is a great experience, and for most people it's like a once in a lifetime experience. I met so many new people, so many friends, and I still talk to most of them like till this day, and it's been like 2 years at this point. So studying abroad anywhere, to be honest, definitely worth it. Like anything, stay safe, be aware of your own surroundings, you know, be cautious, but like live your life. So let's do a Q&A now. The first one was, hi, I'm planning on going to Yonsei, and I was wondering, should I bring a lot of Korean currency with me, create a bank account in Korea, or just exchange my money once I get there? If you're going like soon and they're still quarantining, this is what you gotta do. I would exchange about $100-$200 here, and then when you get there, you have money to pay for like the bus fare or a cab fare or anything like that. Create a bank account. I was only there for 3 to 4 months, so I didn't create a bank account, but I believe if you're on a student visa, you are allowed to create a bank account. I didn't do that because I was just like, I had a travel credit card here that I didn't get any interest fees. Any like travel fees, so it didn't really matter. I also brought more cash as well, and then I would just exchange there. I would find different places to exchange because the interest rates are all different. So Myeongdong has one of the best exchange rates when I was there in 2019, so they gave me more bang for my buck. I will show you Yonsei's ID card, and then that way that one's also a credit card, like a debit card you can use. You can put money in it because there is a woody bank underneath, or like next to the cafeteria. So give me a second. This is like all my like travel like tickets and whatnot, and like whatever. So basically this is the card. And can you see it? Is it focusing? There we go. Okay, so this little chip is just like the credit card, of course, or like the debit card. So this person asked, did you go to language school there? I'll go in winter 2022. Hopefully COVID is gone by that, please. But yes, I think I did study Korean, the Korean language when I was there. So yes, I did go to their language school, I believe. So next question on my Instagram DM actually. Hi, I saw your video on YouTube regarding studying abroad. I am also planning on Yonsei University's YISS program. I was gonna ask what scholarships you applied to. So I had a diversity scholarship from my home university, and then also check your major, because each major, like they have like funders, I guess, donors that will literally donate money for that program. The Gilman Scholarship is a really big scholarship fund, I guess, that a lot of people do go through. And then Yonsei on their website, once you check their website out, they have a bunch of scholarships for you there as well. Okay, so next question. What program did you go through, or did you do an exchange through your university? I just studied abroad. It wasn't like an exchange because it was during the summer. So I just kind of like studied abroad. That YISS was the only one I went through. The second question was, I'm deciding between studying abroad for 2 semesters or just 1. A lot of people have said 1 semester doesn't feel like enough. Also, how are classes? Definitely go for 1 semester. Like apply for 1 single semester, and if you like it, apply for it again. I had a friend that studied at Yonsei for 1 semester and loved it so much. She literally contacted her home university at Yonsei and was like, I want to study again, like at this university, can I do it again, whatever. And then they went through the process while she was in Korea. So because I only say do 1 because like, what if you don't like it? What if the people you meet you don't like? Also remember that if you are studying for 1 semester and you want to study for the 2nd semester, your friends from your 1st semester where you study, like when you're studying abroad, are gonna change because most people aren't gonna stay there for 1 year. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But I definitely didn't think 1 summer was enough. I don't think 1 semester is gonna be enough, but that's because I've been there already. And that's my personal opinion. Did you think the professors made the classes easier because it was a study abroad experience, or was it baseline the same? Definitely easier. I think they definitely were like, y'all are here to have fun. Well, for the classes I took, they were definitely like, oh, you guys are here to have fun. We're gonna make it easy. Like I did a project with my group. I don't think it really was like, if I brought that project to my home university, my professor would literally laugh in my face. But again, like if you're taking like biochem or like orgo in Korea, then it might be a whole different story for you guys. Just really depends. I found out that towards like end of July, I found out from my study abroad advisor that all my classes were pass or fail. So your girl kind of was like, okay, I kind of pushed school aside. My friends who went through a UC school, University of California school, they had a graded, their like classes were letter grades. So they were like studying. And I was like here like Monday night at like a bar. Was it easy to make friends? I would say yes and no. I'm an outgoing introvert. So if I'm around people, 100% yes. I will make friends easily. But if I am not around people, I don't mind staying in. So there is a program Yonsei offers before classes start, and it's their like field trip. And you go to Gyeonggi-do and you go to like Nami Islands and you go like on the outskirts of Seoul, and you are placed in a bus. Once I was on the bus and I got more comfortable, I made so many friends, like I met so many more people. It was really fun. Like we went to a water park, we went to, we hiked, restaurants, like it was just so much fun. People on my bus I still talk to today, like they're all so sweet. Like it wasn't hard, but I remember when I was there end of May, I didn't know anyone. I was there by myself and I definitely had a little bit of trouble. The first week I literally went to like the CU next to my apartment, which is like their convenience store, like their 7-Eleven, and I just like got some snacks. I would hide in my room. I didn't even have like an official meal that first week because I was like so anxious because I didn't know the language. I didn't know anyone, so I didn't want to go out. End of the first week, I like started to like walk into like Olive Young, like their cosmetic store, like their drugstore. I like started to walk into like little like boutiques and stores to like even if they ask me things, I'll be like, oh, I don't speak Korean, sorry, and I would just like walk away, I guess. But then like towards end of the week, beginning the second week, I kind of like I got the courage to like go to the like small little restaurants and be like, hey, can I order some food? It was like so bad. Like my parents were definitely nervous, but that's why they were like, okay, Eileen, you have to go on this field trip to make friends. Like that's the reason. So yeah. So it wasn't like terribly hard, but it wasn't like super easy if you're not in that environment already. So my exciting news, so your girl is officially moving to Seoul, South Korea, August 2021. So in less than 2 months, I will be living in Seoul. I'm ready to move on from this chapter, move on from this book, close it, and move, like just start again basically. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy. So if you want to follow me on this exciting new journey, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell, like this video, and like follow my Instagram and TikToks because I will be updating on every social media platform that I have. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.